And now, here to entertain you all, because every day he's hustling. Side Hustle Cinema.
Welcome back to the channel. Side Hustle Cinema here. Thanks for clicking on this video. And it's been a while since I've done a video, like a week, a good solid week. You can probably tell a little bit by my voice that, I was sick, man. I had I wasn't sure what it was at first, you know. I took a COVID test because I'd just come back from that convention. I was okay on Sunday when I came back, went to work. On Monday, I started to have this, like, sore throat that was starting to form. And I went ahead and shot my video, my media report video, and was going to try to get it out like on Tuesday. I managed to get through it. I went to work that night, started feeling worse as the night went on, and when I got home Tuesday morning, I was just out of it. I ended up not editing that video. I didn't put it out. And I went to sleep Tuesday morning, and when I woke up, it was just full on, maybe one of the worst colds with sore throat that I've had in a long time. It was pretty rough. My voice was gone. I'm just now kind of getting to the point where I can talk, and it's not like falling out or starting to hurt or anything like that. I have a lingering cough that's been annoying, but no COVID though. It wasn't COVID. I tested negative, so maybe I picked it up at the convention. I don't know. But anyway, thank you to the few people who did reach out, because they noticed I hadn't put out any videos. I do appreciate that, and to everyone else, I apologize. These things happen. Life happens. It gets in the way sometimes. As far as the schedule moving forward this week, this video is going to be my weekly pickups from this past week. And then I'm going to shoot the video that I was supposed to deliver last week, and that was the haul video and some stories from the convention, the Spookala convention. I've really been waiting to do that. I still have a mystery box that I haven't opened all week. That's been killing me. And I wanted to kind of revisit some of those stories, and because there was some interest, in that convention on my channel. So I actually picked up some subscribers and things, and it's been pretty good. So I definitely wanted to get that video out. Haven't really prepared for a media report this week. Haven't been taking any notes. Haven't been saving anything. So, and because I'm kind of behind on these other videos, I'm probably going to skip my media report this week. I know that's some people's favorite, but I am going to do a media report a little bit later in the week, a little bit different kind of media report. I'm not going to be talking about, the movies coming out that week or anything, but I'm going to basically do my horror movie news segment and some of the rumors and things that I just really want to talk about that, have came out over the past 2 weeks where I've missed my report. So that'll probably come out on Wednesday or Thursday probably. You'll still get some kind of a media report this week. It's just not going to be that normal one on Monday. And hopefully everything will fall back into place. And next Monday, we'll be back on schedule and everything will be kind of back to normal. So thank you for your patience and thank you for your understanding. And now let's talk about everything that I picked up this past week. From the makers of Airplane, I picked up Top Secret. And if you haven't seen this one, this is a parody movie just like Airplane. It stars Val Kilmer back when he was young. This is an early 80s movie. And super funny. I believe this is first time on Blu-ray for this. And it actually wasn't that expensive. I think like 17 maybe, or I don't know how much I paid for it, but it wasn't expensive. Next we got Extreme Prejudice. This is the newest Vestron release. We got spine number 26. Very cool artwork on this one. I didn't know much about the movie. You know, it stars Nick Nolte, I think, is in this. I wasn't that enthused about it. I mean, of course I was going to pick it up because, you know, it's a Vestron release. And the price is always right. Slipcovers are always cool. But after hearing about it a little bit, some people told me that this one is pretty good. You know, when I sort of mentioned on my report I wasn't that enthused about it. And people contacted me. They're like, I think you'll like this one. So, you know, my expectations rose a little bit. Have not checked it out yet. I am looking forward to it. It definitely looks cool, you know, from the back there. And, yeah, I'm always down for like an action movie, especially like a little bit older. I forget what year this came out, 1987. Yeah, so give me some 80s action. I'm always down for that. And up next we've got Girls Night Out. This is a blind buy for me. The reason I picked this one up is pretty much this cover. You know, this cover art here looks awesome. The story sounded pretty good. You know, this is an early 80s slasher movie. I'd never seen it. It takes place on a college campus. And they're doing this scavenger hunt. You know, it's about, you know, a bunch of cheerleaders, a bunch of basketball players. It's got a killer. The killer is a bear. He's the mascot for the school. You know, he looks kind of goofy. Even for a mascot, you know. He's got these big yellow eyes. He's got this like curly, like purplish gray hair in the middle of his brown suit. He looks kind of crazy. The murder weapon is some steak knives that were all like taped together, and so it's like Freddy Krueger under this thing. It was good. I enjoyed it. It's kind of a whodunit a little bit. Like, you don't know who's in the costume. Of course, they reveal it at the end. And you're kind of left with, well, who do you think it is? Well, of course, I didn't guess it at all. I was wrong. They give you, you know, some red herrings. There's some people that you kind of suspect. The music in this was pretty good. They had a lot of songs. They played some of the songs 2 or 3 times. You know, there was sort of a campus DJ who was sort of hosting this scavenger hunt. And, you know, he kind of served as sort of not really a narrator of the story, but he was always, they would cut to him a lot during the movie. I just really liked the way it was shot. I liked the flow of it. They definitely showed the kids having a good time. Always appreciate that. You know, that takes a minute for the murdering to start. The kills could have been better. It was kind of a little bit scary at times. I mean, you know, there's a lot of dark alley moments where, you know, there's some, you know, some definite tension. Overall, I'm going to recommend this one. Not a big rewatchability factor, though, because, you know, once you find out who the killer is, it does spoil a little bit of that on the rewatch. And since the kills weren't that great, There's only a few, things that would really want to bring you back to this one. I'll try not to be so long-winded on these others, but, I don't know. It was a good week for movies. I picked up Beverly Hills Cop 2 on 4K. Growing up, I was a big fan of the franchise. I actually like part 3 the best. I mean, a lot of people like part 2 the best. And it's like, usually like the order's 2, then 1, and then they say 3's a big step down. I actually enjoyed 3 the most. And I see that it's got a rumored 4K that it's going to be coming. And that makes sense, because we have 1 and 2. So it only makes sense that part 3 would come as well. But part 2 I really enjoyed. The sound on here isn't great. There was no elevated audio at all. It was a standard 5.1 mix, and I didn't think it was very strong at all. When those songs like kicked in the beginning, when they're playing Shakedown, and then you get the Axel F, the Beverly Hills Cop music, the theme, I was just really hoping that would just be like really pumping through the system, and it wasn't. It was very, very background, very muted. I was so disappointed in that. The gunshots, the explosions, like the little shootouts and things, there's not a ton in this, but there is some, and there just wasn't a whole lot to enjoy on the audio. I thought it was kind of very flat, very basic. There's no Blu-ray in this either, which is another negative. And, ultimately the transfer I thought was just okay. I've watched this movie on TV so many times. It's been on, multiple channels, movie channels over the years. I've seen it many times. And ultimately, I just thought the transfer on it basically kind of just looked about as good as it does on TV, to be honest with you. I didn't really see anything that was just like blowing me away or anything. Very, very basic, very standard. If you don't have it in your collection, you'd probably want it. This is probably the best version to get. No special features really on this either, not many. So, if you got your Blu-ray set, that 3-pack that came out a long time ago, probably stick with that, honestly. A little underwhelmed with this one, as far as the transfer and the extras. One that I'm definitely looking forward to checking out is Without Warning. This is a Kino Lorber release. This has got Jack Palance and Martin Landau in it. It's an alien invasion type movie that sort of turns into a slasher a little bit, from what I understand. There's these flying like little alien discs that I guess kill people, and there's an actual alien. I guess it's him in the middle. I love the artwork on this one. I did not get a chance to check it out yet. I'll probably do that either today or tomorrow. Looking forward to it. It's got a good bit of special features on here. A lot of stuff there. Great artwork. Kino's just been doing a great job. I was really excited about getting this one. I pre-ordered it as soon as I heard about it, and looking forward to checking that one out. And this next one is one that I got because of my physical media report, because I was checking out, I always check out all these Shudder original, the RLJE titles, and Death Valley was one of those that sounded kind of interesting. The trailer looked pretty good, and for $15, it was definitely worth, a blind buy to check it out and see how it was. I was not disappointed with this one. This is really good. It's sort of a futuristic, monster type movie. This monster here on the cover. he's in the movie. He's the killer. The effects are really good. What really impressed me though, and I recommend that other people do this, is watch the making of this before you watch the movie. It was so interesting. The sort of shoestring budget that they made this on. They didn't have any backing from a film company whatsoever. The director, who is also the writer of this movie, he plays the monster in the movie. And so while he was in the suit, he really leaned on his director of photography to help him direct. But that guy is the same guy who played Psycho Gorman. And he talks about how he learned a lot, about movie making and stuff from his work that he did on Psycho Gorman and the way that one was made. But they made this movie during the pandemic. He used his house quite a bit, his garage, and he had his garage turned into a sound stage, and they kept repurposing the set pieces. They would paint them, they would change them a little bit, they would rearrange them, restructure them to look like another part of this, this bunker that they're trapped in. And it was just so interesting to see how they made this. And they got 75% of the movie done before Shudder finally stepped in and picked up the tab on the movie. And, I'm glad I picked it up on physical media to support their effort and to, reward them for that type of filmmaking. This was really inspirational, the way that they made this. I mean, I was really blown away at the dedication and, just the stories that they tell about how they made it. So I was very impressed by that special feature. The movie was good. The movie was very solid. It's a quick 90-minute movie. If you don't want to pick it up on physical media, you can check it out on Shudder. But it's definitely worth picking up a copy. Cool slipcover. Only $15. Well worth it. And that's gonna do it for my pickups this week. That's everything I picked up. There were some big mainstream titles that are still coming out. I did order The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance on 4K. That one, I ordered it a little bit later, so I'm waiting on that one to come in. And Uncharted, I'm kind of waiting for the price drop on that one a little bit. It actually has dropped in price already, 1 week. It's already dropped a little bit. So, there's a few other movies that I'm still going to be picking up that came out. Tons of stuff. This next week coming up is huge. So many movies coming out in the month of May. So, let's just keep it rolling in May. Hope everyone is getting all the cool stuff that they've wanted to get, and you're checking out these movies. At least while I was sick, I did have a chance to watch a lot of movies. I watched a lot of my movies that I showed off last week. And if you missed last week's pickups, I actually showed those off in the live stream I did. The Getting Ready for Spook Alley live stream. And if you missed that convention footage, make sure you check that out. It was a really fun time. And watch the haul video that I have coming up. That'll be coming out tomorrow. That's pretty good. I actually got a Grail piece from a flea market that I'm going to be showing off, that you're going to definitely want to check it out. I also picked up some more movies from the flea market. I'm going to show that haul as well in that video. And so, until next time, guys, stay safe, have fun, keep watching those movies, and I'll see you on the next one.